Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashe Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Hello everybody, Agashe here today. So today I'm going to be doing a Chinese drama review with you guys, and the drama is called Love Script. It's a total 24 episode. It's very short, and honestly, I skimmed through the first 2 episodes because it did not make sense to me, and it was just kind of all over the place, and it was just kind of what's going on? But I don't know, I gave it a shot because I saw the synopsis and I saw I think the intro opening of this, so I was kind of ooh, is it one of those time traveling dramas? Because lately a lot of them Chinese drama has been time traveling and everything. Well, guess what? It's not. It's confusing, so hopefully you guys will understand as I go, because I understand it, but let's see if I explain it well. But I'm going to be going over the cast synopsis in the first 2 episodes with you guys. So as for our cast, we have Julio Wang Yang as Zhu Shuwen, Sabrina Zhang as Lu Kai Huang, Hui, I think it's Hui, I think that's her name. And then we have Daixing Yu as Zhu Li, Liu Yang as Dai Fu, and Leslie Ma as Linda, and Shiho as Lu Kai Xiao. As for our synopsis, Zhu Shuwei is the 3rd high male god with IQ, intelligence, value, assets, all this stuff like that. And after in a car accident at a young age for him, he develops kind of not memory loss, but in vibing with another dimension, and he is delusional, and he believes he is the the emperor of Jin Wei of the Ming dynasty, and he no longer cares about operating his company or anything, and all he cares about is becoming an emperor in modern time. And then meanwhile, we have Lu Kai as an intern at a psychologist company, and she is about to go bankrupt, in need of a large sum of money to support her family. She goes and treats Zhu Shuwei's illness, and however in doing this, it's it doesn't bring peace to her life, because she's frustrated with him, and all stuff like that, and he wants to get rid of her, but in doing so, he wants to get rid of her. She needs to stay because she needs the money. It brings them to be bickering every day, fighting every day, and it opens doors to the past and present. So recap in the first 2 episodes, the drama starts us off with the past, where there's a battle going on and a wedding at the same time. The emperor, who is out there battling while his bride is waiting for him in the bridal room, all his men are slowly dying one by one, and his bride, Liao Ying, I think that's what he called her, something like that, or Liao Ying, comes running to him, and he's prepared to die that night, and apologizing to his bride that, as the emperor, he should die, he should shed his blood, all things like that. It's just when he's about to die, the bride takes the arrow to the heart, and she dies instead. And before she passes away, she passes the hairpin to him, which once was what he gave to her as a token of love and saying goodbye, and she dies. Now we flash to the present time, where we actually, this whole scenario that happened was actually Lu Kaihua's dream, and she was just it was just a dream to her, and she's confused because she's constantly having this dream, but it's not clear to her about it, so she was just kind of whatever, it's just another dream. She carries on with her morning, and we learn that she's a psychology therapy or psychotherapy therapist, something like that, and where they use drama settings as a way to help their patients. So this is confusing, but I'll get on to it later about it, of what her and her company they do. And later that evening, it was in the evening time, the young CEO, Zhu Shuwei, is driving, and his car kind of malfunctioned, and he's swirling in the street, and he gets into this very terrible car accident. He wakes up the next day from his sleep, and he's not the CEO anymore. He's I'm confused. Why am I here? And he's like, he runs away from his room to the rooftop of the hospital, and like his assistant, which is Jaifu, and his like, I think it's like his uncle, second cousin uncle, something like that, like Chuli, they were like, you don't remember us? What's going on? And he keeps constantly saying that, like, I'm the emperor, like, what is going on? What do you guys want? And they're like, are you sure you're okay? You know, like, you should get diagnosed. What's wrong with you? You know, you having delusions, stuff like that. But he's all like, no, no one should be allowed to touch me, the emperor. And there was like this patient lady where, you know, she was like going live at the same time reviewing her food or something like that. She goes, I am the queen of this and this. And he's like, you are not queen, I am the king, I'm the emperor of this. And she's like, what's wrong with you, you know? And we actually like learn immediately there that it's not the emperor who from the past that time travel to him. The same time that the battle whatever happened in the past, the CEO gets into a car accident, and it's just because when he was driving his car, it was like malfunction, his electric car. You could see like everything was kind of like staticking and everything. So basically what it is was the emperor's memory from the past just merge onto the present. So it's the emperor's memory stuck in the present CEO's body. So now it's like taking over his body, and he's thinking he's the emperor in the present time. So that's what is going on, and he keeps like pointing out he's the emperor of the Ming dynasty and stuff like that. But news goes crazy because he's like this high Q, intelligent, rich CEO of like this jewelry company and stuff like that, and he gets in a car accident. Everybody wants to know his condition, but like, you know, Julie avoids the question, and he was just kind of like whatever, you know. And then we move on to it's like kind of like couple months or some time has passed by, you know. It's not a couple months, but it's just some time passed by. He's like this CEO in like the dilemma that he's the emperor, and he's dressed like in a moving setting, like the drama setting filming that they dress for, like these ancient old time drama where for Chinese that we watch. And he you know, he's about to go there, and on their way like they bump into Lu Kaiwa on the street, and they offer to drive her to her workplace, and she ends up you know, meeting him, and she was just kind of like, oh, he's crazy, you know. And they already don't get along from the start. And then she gets to her company, and then we get to see her company. What they do is they're like a therapist kind of like psychology place, you know, psychologist, stuff like that, or therapists, stuff like that. And what they do is people who go through like dilemma or they need to be treated, their company, instead of treating them like normal therapists would treat them or all stuff like that, what they do is they go on like a drama setting with lines, with servant, with everything, with the looks, the dress, and everything like that. So they're actually at a set, and they actually eat, sleep, live normal there with their therapist. They're helping them. So that's what they kind of do. And so with the CEO being stuck in a dilemma, living that he's the emperor and he's always dressed like that, he forgotten about his workplace. He don't care about it anymore. And so Kai Hua decides to take on this case. Her CEO says she should. Her boss, you know, says she should, because her dream is like, she's at the same time she's trying to fix herself of why she keeps having these dreams where the girl is her. So her CEOs are like, I think this will be a great case for you to take on, because he's in this big fat dilemma of this, and it'll probably be able to help you. So she takes on the job because she's in need of it, you know. And when she arrives on the set where, you know, the CEO is living of how he's like the emperor, it brings memory to her because the set is identical to her dream. So she starts to like be confused, and like, you know, we see Chue, he's dressed like the emperor and he's around there, and he takes the role like very serious because it's the emperor stuck in his mind, and he's living like that in the modern time. And so Kai Hua, she goes along with this. She dresses up and she's at the scene, and she's doing all these things, you know, collecting stuff of like her story, that, you know, her dream is coming more clear to her. And like with her just being with him and being on the set, like somehow like her dreams are becoming a story, and everything is starting to click. You know, it's clicking of how her and the emperor, they met back then, and how it's gonna lead to them falling in love in the past, and how it leads to them getting married to the night where, you know, she dies and everybody, they get attacked. And then, but then at the same time, like in the modern time, like his brain is still in the past, so he's like using all these, like, you know, talk of like how they talk in the past, and she doesn't get it, like these poetry stuff like that, she doesn't get it, and she talks like, no, I don't get it, I don't understand you. And so she doesn't do stuff like how the past does it, so it like frustrates him, and they're like always constantly like bickering back and forth. But you know, he wants to get rid of her, but she's not gonna leave because she needs the money. It's getting paid huge lumps of money to her, and at the same time it's clearing up her dream for her. And so she's like writing in a journal about the girl and the guy and all stuff like that. And we obviously know it's the two of them again, and obviously, you know, we know he's going to get to the point where he's going to realize that, oh, it's her, she's in the modern time, when in the past she died. But yeah, like that's like the first 2 episodes. I just skimmed through it. Like it's really all over the place, and like literally, like it makes, I don't know, to me that's as much sense I can make out of. But honestly, it doesn't really make full sense. I guess, like, you know, you have to watch more into it, because obviously it's Chinese drama. The first 2 episodes doesn't really give you much. It's just like the intro, easing you in into everything. But I don't know, we'll see how it turns out. I mean, I'm not very much of a big fan between the 2 characters. They don't seem like they have chemistry, so I don't know. And like, I've seen the guy who played Chuli before, and I don't really like his dramas too. And like, here's the thing, like, this is like, I've never seen these actors and actresses before, so it's like my first time seeing them. So I'm gonna see how this drama is actually gonna turn out. I'm thinking that like I'll probably just skip to the end once it comes out. But I mean, if you guys want to know what actually happens, let me know in the comments below, and I'll watch it and I'll let you guys know what happens. I mean, it's a short Chinese drama, so it'll probably be very easy to watch. And as you guys can tell, I pretty much just skimmed through it to just understand what was going on. And yeah, when I thought it was like a time traveling, it's not. But yeah, that's it for today's drama review. I will see you guys next time.